Hi Arianna, this is Coach Snow from Sharp Aquatic Image. We're going to take a look at the 4 videos of your strokes from the Etobicoke Swim Club Summer Swim Camp. Each of the videos are in slow motion to give us a chance to look at the details of your stroke, and let's find some ways to improve on your technique. Now when we leave the wall in each of our 4 strokes, your elbows are squeezing the back of your head, which is perfect. Let's try to keep our feet together on that dolphin kick. The feet are separating just a little bit. Keep our fingers together, and let's see if we can get our hips up a little bit when we're going to put our head back in the water after a breath. Let's get that head down and get our hips up a little bit. We want to flow like a dolphin, right? See how your feet are stopping a little bit? Let's keep our feet moving, particularly on the kick when you take a breath. That particular kick is the most important kick of your cycle, right? Let's try and get our hips up when we kick down. Feet drive down, hips come up. See that last little part there? Your feet are separating. We got to keep our feet together when we kick dolphin kick, right? We're going to push off on our back, and I know this is just getting started, but I want to see if we can work on getting a little flatter and a little smoother off that start. I know you can do it. I've seen you before. So that was a bit of a mistake, and that's good, but I want you to think about that every time you leave the wall. Try to be a good technician, right? I like your head position, and I like the way your hands are catching at the top of the stroke, but let's see if we can get that hands out of the water faster by snapping the back end of that stroke. The hand's kind of getting stuck a little bit. Turn the hand over, and let's get that hand out of there. As we lean back a little bit, maybe we can get our hips up a little bit. Kind of raising our knees to kick. Let's kick with a straighter leg. Hips up, straighter leg kick, and keep the kick up and down, right? Good backstrokers have a nice smooth kick and just a good smooth stroke all over, right? Here's our breaststroke. We're going to drive our kick here. We got way a ways to go. Remember, you can't take that second stroke until you break the surface, right? Now we're driving forward, but we're also driving down a little bit on that breaststroke after the kick. We're going to try and work on driving forward as opposed to driving your head down. Drive your forehead forward as opposed to looking down, right? As the feet finish, feet up. Get your heels up. Try to get the heels closer to the surface on this stretch. A good little breaststroker has got good distance on the kick, right? And you can only do that by raising the heels up a little bit. You want to try and be as flat in the water as you can after you finish your kick. You see how your elbows are coming back towards past your ribs? Let's see if we can drive those elbows underneath the shoulders rather than back to your ribs. The hands are coming back just a little bit too far, right? Good stretch into the wall, right? Nice and long, nice and lean. Good job. Didn't get much of a push off, I see that, and we're a little bit deep. I think we have to work on our depth off each of the 4 starts. We're just a little bit deep on that, right? So particularly on your left hand, let's try and pitch that hand down a little bit. Let's get on top of the wrist with really high elbows as we press down. If you can see how your right arm is sliding a little bit, let's sort of get that hand on top of the wrist and work that handle like you would a paddle, right? And you have what they call a crossover kick. We're going to have to work on that. We need to work on kicking up and down all the time, and let's not let those legs cross over as much. There was a nice stroke with a nice high elbow. I like that, right? Last thing, let's finish our stroke all the way through, okay? Arianna, this is fun talking to you about your strokes. I hope you have a good season, and hopefully we'll see you soon. This is Coach Snow from Sharp Aquatic Image. Bye-bye now.